Lifting prohibition on liquor partially without producing white paper shared abuse of power by government, asserts KHAIDEM General Secretary Gitchandra Mangang. And UCM questions government's indifference towards resolving border issues. Hello, a very good evening. You're watching the MAMI TV English News. In focus with me, CHENGLEINGANBI KHAIDEM. The news in detail. Chief Minister of Manipur, Nongthong Bambirin, has announced that efforts are on to declare the results of recruitments of different government departments within 15 days. The Chief Minister was speaking at a state-level seminar on Modi at the rate 20 Dreams Mid-Delivery, a book about the journey of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, organized by BJP Manipur Pradesh at City Convention Center, Imphal today. Minister, BJP MLAs, Union Minister of State Prahlad Singh Patel, Dr. R.K. Ranjan, scholars among others attended the program. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Minister N. Biren remarked the observance of birthday of Prime Minister Narendra Modi as Unemployment Day as hilarious and mental date. It was wise to remember that the results of various recruitment rallies conducted during the Congress government were declared by the BJP government. Highlighting that 30 crore rupees fund earmarked for startup scheme was increased to 100 crore rupees because of the increase in number of employment provided under this scheme. He maintained that creating issues instead of availing benefits from such schemes to employed oneself will bring no changes. Chief Minister Biren further stated that all-out efforts are being made to announce the result of recruitment rallies of different government departments within 15 days, and the process is being delayed because of strict monitoring to avoid any mistake. Speaking about the book Modi at the rate 20 Dreams Meet Delivery, he said that the book clearly talks about the undertakings of Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the development of the nation and its political journey. The book is not a narrative of a single writer, but a narrative of many renowned experts and highlights Prime Minister Narendra Modi's initiative on women empowerment, steps to root out corruption, schemes introduced for girl-child economic development, his view towards the Northeast, among others, Chief Minister N. Biren added.
Unemployment right now, Pangthorok now. P. Tabumaya to Udabun, so a son of the PD, the PD, Moy Boy and Orba, Hydobong, and Domayam, those Chahidaras, and with a Kuila and Hydokimia, we call them. Aram Sansa, every day, quite a commodity Moy to Ludunima. We give them the Hydon, the Lomaya, the Koya, no woman, and where I look. But don't you can book them in to talk them in? A coach who's in Nasimalantarani, Tangaisida, I am a little hydrocracy. Tabuk pakai kana minis. Hana loksan like kana manina. Kan kau tu yang orang dah yang mungkin tu lah suini ba. Hana ibu medu saya bawa nanti mix ni na bahang dah dia. Tu tabuk kau orang tu ada. Ada nak kau ni ni ba kau integrity, kau commitment tu, utpamam tu. Ada nak madu isu siak nung. Kalau zoom matang nung ba. Sen nama juga kau nak.
Coalition Against Drug and Alcohol KHAIDEM has asserted that legalizations of liquor partially without producing white paper is sheer abuse of power by the government and demanded the decision be revoked at the earliest. A press meet was held today at the office of KHAIDEM located at Purei Romba Khongnang Makhong against the state cabinet's decision to partially lift prohibition on liquor and to regulate brewing and sale of country liquor. Addressing media persons at the press meet, Secretary General of KHAIDEM Gitchandra Mangang expressed astonishment at the statement of a minister that liquor cannot be totally banned in the state despite Manipur Liquor Prohibition Act being enforced. He further contended that liquor cannot be banned in the state because of the government's mismanagement and question if drugs to be legalized if it cannot be rooted out. Gitchandra also inquired as to what the explanations of brewing liquor which does not cause any harm to one's health is and what the definition of healthy liquor is. It is questionable if consuming this so-called healthy liquor will not cause any health hazard and problem to the society, he maintained. Stating that legalizations of liquor completely negates the government's war on drugs, Gitchandra asserted that the decision of the government is tantamount to saying no to drugs and yes to alcohol. further contending that the step of the government seems to be taken in favor of some groups of individuals. He termed the legalizations of liquor without the formulations of any mechanisms to control it and extremely unfortunate. Demanding the government to revoke its decision at the earliest, he warned of launching intense agitations if the government does not pay heed to their demand.
Manipur Liquor Prohibition Act as a government assembly. Government na youthing by say makugi responsibility ni. Adu kita mukta thawai na excise department na bau link na thamine. Sumai na government na tawgada ba mathau do tarok ta banna 1991 dagi sang na chatharak pasida koi mapung phana thingda badagi you sigi problems hengalai ne. Aduna government masana youthing ba ngamdre habisidi government sole adu government matik chadre habne. Adu di government matik chadre gadi angamba kanano bai lakchani matik chaba government lakchani thingno manai kona jani ngamdaba pot khudima khekta koi legalize tawdra jing kudamon haibada drug haironi drug se koi su loi control tabu ngamdi drug se loina koi number 4 ga se brown sugar ga se loina legalize tawdra corruption thingmo ngamdi corruption se legalize tawdra.
President of United Committee Manipur Joy Chandra Konthausam has questioned the government of India and the state government of the reason for not resolving Manipur's border issue is because dating the land in border area is not Indian territory. He said this while inspecting the border pillar number 102 and 103 in Paiko area during their series of inspection visits of border pillars. Addressing media person, Joy Chandra said during the visit to the Indo-Myanmar border pillars number 76 to 103, most of the pillars were unclear. In some areas, the villages marked the area following an agreement between the villages from both India and Myanmar. There was tension of installations of pillars by Myanmar. They further found that the Myanmar police forcibly took over some villages which pay hill house tax to the government of Manipur in some area, while many have been imprisoned by the Myanmar government for trying to save the border area. He asserted that everyone must remember that we have to save our state, adding that there is a BJP government in both the state and the center. He demanded bringing a solutions to the matter while Dr. R.K. Ranjan is the External Affairs Minister. If not, Joy Chandra maintained that the government of India and the state government must bear the consequences for any territorial issue arising in the state.
India ki lam sayen nare haire gadi madu solution ama porong na ba ngasi phawdo honna dribse masi haire ba jaga se India ki lenga ki jaga ki mafam oidrabra natraga Manipur ki bamkhai da Indo-Myanmar border de leiba jaga sing aikoi India ki mafam natti haire bra haina United Committee Manipur na Manipur government amadi India government da aikoi na haining bari aikoi ki sayen nare ba ase solution ama poro haibin solution
Ex-chairman of a rebel group R.K. Sanayama has said rather than thinking for the people and the future, the Meitei community has become savage. He said this during his birthday celebration organized by Apunba Khairirol Malem Gilub at MDU Hall at Yai School. Speaking on the occasion, Sanayama said he had joined a rebel group back in 1967 with a thought to do something for the welfare of the people and the state. He left home on December 16, 1976 and became the leader of the group. Stating that everyone must possess a sense of nationalism, he said without it, there cannot be unity among the people. Affirming his promise to work with the people for the welfare of the state, Sanayama further appealed to the people to build a sense of unity irrespective of the differences.
Magi yam individualistic weba ai hinga loire haibse khanai boda machin manau bhaw machin manau wena unarakta adumba khunai ma koya koise masigi yamna chawmar mamade ngasi leriba system asina political system amana amabu nuksiba amagya waba amana yengba adumba wakhal magi mohta set laga sana adumba wakhal ayegi sen pair lore sen pair loine yai loine leibe yai haibrom ta chatki bai tare adumba furum oyo maramna ngasi mak asidasu meitei furu ase masi nasagi historical responsibility to lobang ba fur oidri.
Director of Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, Professor Dr. A. Santa, has informed that a critical care unit with about 100 intensive care units will be launched at RIMS within 6 months. He was speaking at the inaugural event of a new intensive coronary care unit cum medical intensive treatment unit at RIMS Medicine World today. Speaking on the occasion, Professor Dr. A. Santa said people OPT for hospital with ICUs and that he has been working on increasing the number of ICU as RIMS. Adding that the hospital now has over 120 ICUs, he said, increasing the number of ICUs in government hospital will alleviate the problems of the poor who cannot afford medical expenses of private hospital. He further informed that the hospital now has over 25 operation theaters and about 70 new resident doctors have been recruited for smooth functionings of the OTs. Besides reinforcing the manpower of anesthesia will also help in smooth functioning of the ICUs and OTs, he said, adding that the problem facing the people of the state in getting medical treatment outside the state will be eased to an extent.
Hojipudi all ICU haibamne, trauma ICU haibamne, neuro ICU haibamne, NICU haibamne, surgical intensive care unit haibamne, medical ICU haibamne, hojina ICCU haibamne, ITU haibamne, CTBS ICU umlakin. Gynae gisu separately ICU leje. Akoi RIMS na lady kudingi prajade amna kana be herdan gane. Adigi handak sangha gibo modular OT damakta ramanga lere. Masagi hana gi matak OT mari ama lere. Trauma da OT ohum amasu lere. Koi PMA da OT hana de ama leje bani anu amasu sare. Adrimina Gynae is separate, OT ani masulay. Adegi 100 ki burn unit plastic surgery ki sangha basi OT masu yawe. Adegi NSSI ki seniors and extra appointment manpower fang kusina ICU tu operation theater su yam kanahan gane. Adun ngasi ki se koi na yam pamjari se kai nunda koi ki public ta yam kanahan gada. Duga koi ki praja private ta chatpang ngam ta mission ki yam kasu hena kanahan gane.
Nurses of RIMS briefly closed the casualty ward this morning and staged a protest against threatening the nurses of the hospital by an individual from the patient's side around 7:40 last evening. Speaking to the media persons, President of RIMS Nurses Association, Okram Sunita, said around 7:40 last evening, a man asked the nurses to inject medicine to one of the patients. On inquiring about the bed number, the person responded that it was not the time to look for that and took out a pistol from his bag. He further said that he was a contractor at RIMS. Fortunately, the additional superintendent of police in Imphal West District informed about the person's arrest. Drawing the attentions of the authority concerned, the nurses demanded suspension of his gun license and banned him from being a contractor of the hospital, she said. Adding that the protest was for a short period of time, she assured to continue their duty in the ward in the interest of the patients.
Na eki jaga haiba jaga se laga dubaina na nongmai ga china ba sisu yamna phajada ba na gam cha da ba mane ba marom da khai ga di adubu ama bore ji thokko ko thoki da ga khoi ngasi thabak se akhoi gi process ga ngasi protest se khoi matam kara gi khoi ani pung dhara gi ni khoi tok jeri ba se akhoi public interest de khoi son jere ji nongmai su kan ami ba ba je ma phare haire phara bani na akhoi punishment ja khoi pam jabadi magi license gan se kathapi ro.
Diocesan Social Service Society, under the sponsorship of Manipur Organic Mission Agency MOMA, organized a 2-day training program cum sensitizations of farmers produce company, management, food processing and value addition for Tajai Farmers Produce Company under Move Corner Phase 3 today at Satudai Village under Khaupum Subdivision in Nonne District. Field inspectors of DSS Guangjuan Liu Gonmei and Romila Faumei, along with CEO of Tajai Farmer Produce Company Limited, Jang Dipo Alpha Dangmei, attended the training program. During the course of the 2-day training program, the participants were taught step-by-step procedures for processing in different types of fruits and vegetables. They were successfully trained in the process of making umorok pickled, banana chips, tapiska chips, bamboo shoot pickled and other vegetables. Around 52 farmers from 12 farmers interested groups under Tajai FPC took part in the 2-day training session. During the training program, 4 series of sessions were held at Satudai Village, Nungnang, Noni and Awangkul. Here we have a short commercial break. Please stay tuned for more update.
Taibang pumnamaki mapamda paujanjari September tang kuntaruk October tang mga phauba pangthok segani bandhau sangnel laipung harau thangmi ila kunnipa lakshuwa lining inat kaloinana isai Taudri Pena Pung Wari Libana Simba Tawal Pangbiba Yazagani Pari Sataba Imom Pomdaba Tauni Jagani Pari Pangnaba Imom Pangnaba Taibang Punamaki Yai Panaba Taujal Pina Vigani Senkok Sanyai Sidayai Nadayai Kumja Kudingi Taujan Bibago Leipak Sauhong Mahong Naba Kunjau Lei Sau Naba Yabi Mara Tamna Ingna Panaba Sidana Danabagi Taunisu Pangtokani Panthau Sangle Laipung Harau Tony Ilani Taugal Pangminasi Lamdam Sida Lairiba Daibangsa Aikoi Kudima Kumsi Sahigi Meragi Tarani Panba Lai Harau Baloibaname Lai Kaiten Kaba Kurai Kaitelda Kazagani Mapam Nongpok Singutong Maite Laikol Tarosibilo Seloi Lamaijing Impan Nongpok
Thabaki Darkhas Kaujari Indicative Post Vacancy for Manipur Ahanbada Ticketing Staff, Counter Staff, Customer Care Staff, Computer Operator, Warden, Reception, LDC, UDC.
Welcome back again after the break. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has lauded the people for contributing wholeheartedly to the Prime Minister Care Fund as he chaired a meeting where it was discussed that the initiative has a larger vision on effectively responding to emergency and distress situation, his office said today. Meanwhile, industrialist Ratan Tata has been named as one of the trustees of the Prime Minister Cares Fund. The Tata Sons Chairman Emeritus is among the eminent personalities, including former Supreme Court Judge Justice K.T. Thomas, former Deputy Speaker Karya Munda, who were nominated to the trust. The announcement comes after Prime Minister Modi chaired a meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Prime Minister Cares Fund on Tuesday, during which a presentation was made on the various initiatives undertaken with the help of Prime Minister Care Fund, including the Prime Minister Care for Children scheme, which is supporting 4,345 children, a statement issued by the Prime Minister office said. Congress Election Authority Chief Madhusudan Mistry spoke on the upcoming elections for the party's president post today and said that in the constitution, there is nothing like one man, one post and anyone can contest the election. He added that the only conditions for the election is that the candidate should be a delegate of the party. He said that those who wish to contest the election, they should file their nominations after getting the signatures of 10 delegates. His remark comes days after party MP Shashi Tharoor and Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot threw their hats in the ring for the election. According to sources, Congress Interim President Sonia Gandhi gave the green signal to Tharoor and said anyone is free to contest the presidential poll. Meanwhile, Ashok Gehlot could also be the unofficial candidate backed by the Gandhis, said sources. Gehlot may file his nomination in the last week of September. However, he has always maintained that Rahul Gandhi should take over the reins of the party. Madhusudan Mistry further added that voting for the elections will be done on October 17 and the counting will be done on October 19. A container with approximately 22 tons of licorice coated with heroin was seized at Nava Seba port in Mumbai, said Delhi Police Special Cell today. This is one of the biggest seizures of heroin with a value of 1,725 crore rupees in the international market, according to the police. The container was transported to Delhi. This seizure indicates how much narco-terror is impacting our country, and international players are using different methodologies to push drugs into our country, said a Special Commissioner of Police IGS Dhaliwal. India records 4,510 new COVID-19 cases with 33 deaths in the last 24 hours. This took India's total tally of COVID-19 cases to 4.45 crore, while the active cases declined to 46,216, according to the data updated by Union Health Ministry. The death count climbed to 5.28 lakh with the fresh fatalities. The active cases comprise 0.10% of the total infections, while the national COVID-19 recovery rate increased to 98.71%. A decline of 1,163 cases has been recorded in the active COVID-19 caseload in a span of 24 hours. The daily positivity rate was also recorded at 1.33% and the weekly positivity rate at 1.80%, according to the ministry. Meanwhile, the number of people who have recuperated from the disease surged to 4.39 crore, while the case fatality rate was recorded at 1.19%. On the other hand, according to the ministry, 216.95 crore doses of COVID vaccine have been administered in the country under the nationwide COVID Nation drive. Now let's recap the headlines once again. Efforts on to declare recruitment results on different government department within 15 days, announces Chief Minister in Benin. Lifting prohibition on liquor partially without producing white paper sheer abuse of power by government assets, KHAIDEM General Secretary Gitchandra Mangang. And UCM questions government's indifference towards resolving border issues. That's the end for today's News English Bulletin. Thanks for watching.
Thabaki darkhas kaujari indicative post vacancy for Manipur. Ahanbada ticketing staff, counter staff, customer care staff, computer operator, warden, reception, LDC, UDC, Mahigitha 10 to 12. Number of posts 25. Monthly salary 8,000 to 12,000. Anisubada accountant, billing staff, training instructor, advisor, BDO, Mahigithak 12 to graduate. Number of posts 21. Monthly salary 10,000 to 14,000. Ahom Subada call center, data entry, BPO, Mahigithak 10 to 12. Number of posts 12. Monthly salary 10,000 to 15,000. Mari Subada security officer, security, driver, chokidar, housekeeping, mali, cook, waiter, safe, helper. Number of posts 36. Monthly salary 8,000 to 12,000. Form Thazin arrival limit 28 September 2022. Akupa Marol Gidamak Pizariba number asida contact Tobirau 936 637 3960 Amadi 8787 757 609.
iPhone gi mapu oibiu iPhone gi mapu oibiu lakliba October gi tang kun mari nungthil pong ama taba matamda sumnatagi lupa chama khaktana iPhone gi mapu oibiu thamjariba pricing first price iPhone 13 Pro Max, second price iPhone Mini 12 128GB, third price iPhone SE 2022 128GB amasung consolation price oina miyoi kontra da lupa chamnga pizagani. Ticket agent oibiningba singna lemna ticket tara amadi lupa lising manga gi mathakta fangbagi khudongchaba pizari. Ticket Fang Sing, Sur Pharmacy, Malom Bazar, Sanatombi Store, Malom Bazar, Pan 150, Waheng Lekai Mobile Dukan, Ipak Offset Praise, opposite Shanghai Express, Amasung FSC Office, Kangabam Lekai, near Vaiko Hotel, Panthoibi Pharmacy, Lamfel, near Lamjingba Hospital, Sorzini Hotel, Moirang, near Maibe Gas, Infal College Gate Dukan, Amu Dukan, Amasung Bembem Wholesale Dukan, Patsoy Part 1. Draw Otfam, Kaisampat Lemazam Lekai Community Hall. WhatsApp ki khuthangda ticket booking tawbagi khudong chaba pizari. Akupa marol gidamak pizari number